Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am back with another podcast. For those of you who do not know, this is the Brunette Bimbo Podcast, and I am your host, Victoria Stone. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about how dieting well can improve your wellness. This is episode 8 of the Brunette Bimbo Podcast. I'm Victoria Stone, and let's get started. So, about a year ago, I asked myself, if eating healthy is so important, then can eating healthy solve problems that I experience in my day-to-day life? Can it fix my energy level? Can it improve my mood? Can it change my skin texture? And that's going to be something we're discussing today because I feel like maybe not everybody explores this enough. Like they explores this topic as much as they should. Have you ever gone to your grandmother or mother's house, for example, upset, and as you begin to complain or explain why you're upset, they begin to make you some kind of hearty food, whether it's leftover pasta, chili, baked beans. It's something nice, filling, and hearty. This is because sometimes your stress, anxiety, and sadness can be elevated by lack of nutrition. Even when you may not be feeling hungry, food is actually one of our most strongest and greatest medicines, and sometimes just a lack of vitamins, minerals, nutrition, as I said, can be the culprit to some of our greatest miseries. Also, if you are underweight, battle with low iron, or are anemic, some recommended foods for you are things like red meats, oats, protein-rich foods, foods that are rich in vitamin C and zinc. If you start incorporating these into your diet, you may notice a difference within 7 to 30 days. Of course, I am not a healthcare professional, and this is something you should talk to your doctor about, but researching foods that can help with problems you already have and taking matters into your own hands to improve your own health, in my opinion, is a very stellar and boss move. Another example, if you wanted to help with something like depression, some recommended foods that you could eat are whole wheat, pasta, bread, oatmeal, sweet potatoes. Drink things like green tea. Herbal teas are very good for mood boosters. And you want to think about what it is that you're actually battling with when you go to look up foods that can improve your overall life. So if you're not battling with something I'm mentioning, maybe don't Google that specifically or go and talk to a dietitian about that specifically. You want to Google or talk to a dietitian about things you're actually experiencing. If you go on Google, some recommended foods to help with a very common problem that many women face, anxiety. I know that's a problem that a lot of us face. If you go on Google and look up foods that can help with that, they recommend some things like dark chocolate. Ooh, treat yourself. Avocado, yogurt, blueberries, salmon, turmeric powder, green tea, leafy greens, almonds, eggs, pumpkin seeds, oranges, turkey, nuts, beef, milk, oysters, asparagus, and bananas are apparently awesome things that you can incorporate into your diet to help with your anxious little self. And all of those things sound really good to me, actually. And this is a health channel. This is a channel about living well and having the most wholesome, best experience that you can possibly envision for yourself. It's not a channel about being perfect. I don't want people to think this is a channel about perfection. Absolutely freaking not, because I could not have a channel about perfection. No. This is about being better than we were yesterday and taking care of ourselves and finding things that make us happy, bring us peace, solace, whatever it is. This is a channel about how to keep going, baby. So if you're experiencing low energy levels due to something like mental health, a physical health condition, lack of sleep, some recommended foods for you may include, again, eggs, oatmeal, nuts, bananas, sweet potatoes, water, whole grain, leafy greens, lentils, fruits, berries, dark chocolate, brown rice, and tea. Ooh. If you're getting back into the gym or getting back into your fitness, like me, and you maybe want some tone muscle, here are some things that are recommended for you, babe. Again, eggs. Apparently eggs are just great for you. Greek yogurt, salmon, chicken breasts, whatever quinoa is, soybeans, tofu, tuna, peanuts, and protein powders, brown rice, buckwheat, avocado, and chickpeas. Yeah, I stuttered on that last one. And chickpeas. Those are some things that I recommended to you to tone your muscles. And finally, on our list of things that food can help you with that we're going to talk about today, this is not like a complete list. I don't want you to think that. This is just my complete list that I'm going to talk about today. Like the few things I thought would be a good thing to bring up in topic. Everybody understand? Great. Foods that will help you with textured skin according to Google. Oh, textured skin and acne according to Google. And I haven't tried all of these, but here they are. Oily fish, nuts, tomatoes, carrots, green tea and sunflower seeds, olive oil and leafy greens, sweet potatoes and broccoli, pumpkin seed and bell pepper, salmon and avocado, also soy. So a lot of these foods that have been listed in many categories of things that it can help you with. So like eggs, leafy greens, green tea. That stuff has been listed in multiple categories. So you could even look at all these categories put together or come up with a list of your own categories that you want foods to help improve you with. And then look at the overlapping foods and prioritize those foods. That might be a good idea. Either way, I hope this has brought some new thought processes to your mind. And it has helped you inspire some positive, healthy food choices that you might be in the back of your mind thinking about incorporating into your diet this week or this month. My goal here is that we all help one another to elevate ourselves and each other to be the healthiest, happiest versions of ourselves. Like I said, not to be perfect, to be the happiest and healthiest version of ourselves that we can possibly be, so that we can serve our communities, our families, our loved ones, and ourselves to the best of our ability, to the highest standard possible. And so that we can have energy, happiness, joy, and most importantly, a healthy body and a healthy mind. Thank you everyone who has stayed here for this episode. I hope this has either inspired you to try some new foods or has confirmed why you may be craving certain things. People sometimes crave healthy foods and don't know why. Maybe this is your body giving you a signal. Either way, thank you for being here for this whole episode, and thank you to all of my subscribers, all 30 of you, not very many, but I still am very happy that 30 people subscribed to my channel. Other people might look at that and be like, that's nothing. I think it's pretty cool. Honestly, I'm impressed with myself and with you guys. Thank you. Be healthy, be happy. Thank you for being here. And if you have any other podcast episode ideas that you would like to hear, please leave that in the comment section below. You're welcome to follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat at Victoria Stone, the same as my YouTube name. You can see what I'm up to and what I'm doing there. In the meantime, be kind to yourselves and to others. It's a cruel world out here, babes.